Wait for some people to get up in here. Right back. Let's see. Salute, people. Nay, what up? I can only see like the moderator's name, so got my phones. I see you though, Joshua. Lakeisha, what's up, Lakeisha? I hope you feeling better. Lakeisha had some surgery done, so salute. Wishing, sending best wishes out to Lakeisha. What's up, Rowan? Let me see who. GH, my guy's in the building. It's been so long, yeah. Infamous, what up, Nay? I'm chilling, man. I just saw Nay this week. We went to a wake. My boy Tommy's mom died, and you know, Tommy. I spoke about Tommy before a few times on this site, guys. Remember, I always talk about Tommy Toots. I talk about the guy who always made the moon shine. You know what I mean, my boy. Yeah, his mom died, so Nate came too. Nate drove down a few hours, man. And I saw Nate this week. Shout out to Nate. Shout out to Kawan. Well, yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Life is crazy like that, man. My boy was there in the house with his mom when she died, and it was unexpected. So, you know, you just never know about life. You know what I mean? You just never know. Smash that like button, people. You just never know, when it's your time. You know what I mean? That's why you got to live your life to the fullest, but to a certain extent. All right, thank you for the donation. Can't be on here, but I can't confirm my. Okay. I have my computer systems degree. Shout out for the donation. Thank you, GH. Everybody, shout out to GH, man. He got his degree, systems degree. Salute. We were waiting on that. Good looking out, man. I'm glad to hear that. That's positive news. I love to hear positive news, especially from my people. Yeah, man. So you just never know about life, right? You know what I mean? And what road and where it will take you. It's just, I always believe in destiny. I always believe everyone has their date, you know, whether they realize it or not, right? But when you look back on your life, like for me, when I would look back on my life later, I don't want to be remembered for the negative aspects of it, which is what a lot of people, no matter what, when they see me, that's how it is. Childhood people or people I knew, or when they see me, that's what they think of. They think of, you know, young Fred. You know what I mean? But you guys know I always say with age comes wisdom, and with that wisdom is why you guys see I have to look at everybody. You guys know that. For those who are new to the channel, it's I gotta make sure. You see, my head is always on the swivel, and that's due to the stuff I've seen, the stuff I've been through, and that penitentiary. Do you see that? That's the thing. You can be out so many years, and you'll still have things stay with you if you've done enough time. And my head was always on the swivel in there because you just never knew. Even mistaken identities can happen. I told you guys, for those who haven't heard, that happened to me one time too. I went to Clinton, and in Clinton they have like these. The yard is very weird. You walk in, and on the side is the weights and stuff. Now over here, there's like a hill, and everyone has like little courts. They're like 6 feet courts, and it looks like a junkyard. Literally, it does. It's just piles and piles of stuff, and it's like little landings, and people actually like have their little barrels they cook up there. It's like only certain people could go like on those courts. Like you can't just walk on anybody's court. It doesn't work like that. Same way with the weight court. You can't just go and like in Clinton, you can't just go and pick up a weight and work out unless you know somebody and invited onto their court. Like if people come out and it's their court and you're on their court working out, they're not just gonna like plunge a knife into you or nothing like that. It doesn't work like that. But they're gonna explain to you, excuse me, brother, this is our court. You know what I mean? And you have to be invited on here. Maybe the person didn't know the rules. You know what I mean? Because that happens too. Some people new, they come in, they see you know, they're different. They go right to the weights. Everyone does their bids differently. You know what I mean? Everyone does. Some people would go and play the wall, in a new place, hang out, play the background, see what's going on. Some people just jump right in and go right to the basketball court first day out in the yard. Some people go, you know what I mean? Everyone is different in their personalities and how they do their bids. So you couldn't just go onto the weight court anyway. So I was walking up to the hills where the courts are, not the weight courts, the courts itself were the cooking courts. It'd be 4 or 5 people to a court. And you can't have more than that congregating at one time. Anyway, you can't walk around with like 10 of y'all walking around the yard. It don't work like that. I think it's like you can only walk 2 or 3 or something like that. Like a group's walking around the yard, you can't do that. They'll come break you up right away. 6, 7 people walking around together don't happen. So I was about to walk up to the courts. One of my boys was up there. He had like the top courts up there. So it was a cold night. I'll never forget. It was cold. So they were like had wood. Every like Saturday or Sunday, you used to be able to go out and get a barrel full of like chopped wood. It was crazy. And for your court, every court had a name on it. So if something should happen, the police would know I'm gonna go to John Smith. This is his court. You know what I mean? Every court had a name. So I was about to go up the hill, and I seen one this side, one this side, and the dude like behind me. And when I got up on the stairs, anybody knows I've been to Clinton, the stairs to go up the hill, obviously the stairs, they're elevated. So when I got up on the first step, I turned around. Now I'm towering over them. You know what I'm saying? Like but I see something was going on. You know what I mean? And dude came up. They thought I was somebody else. Somebody else in another jail, I guess, ran up their dope, their dope bill, because that's how it goes. Dudes will buy dope, right? You don't have cash. So what's called a disbursement, they'll fill it out, or they have their people, they call their families, yo, send this guy 50 or send him 100 to a different address out in the street already, right? So, that's what had happened. The dude, they were talking, a white dude in another jail, and what he did was he took a lot of dope, right? And then he signed in. So he took a lot of dope, sniffed his week away, and then signed into PC and told on dudes, oh, these guys are threatening me, they're gonna kill me. Dudes do that dumb shit all the time. You know what I mean? And then that's how dudes get caught up. The dealers get caught up because they thinking the dude is alright and he gonna pay. Next thing you know, he's taking the shit and he's doing it and then signing in PC, telling the police these guys are gonna kill me. Because after a while, it became like you could be able to say, "Oh, someone's gonna kill me," and they would sign you in. But then what happened is they started saying you had to give up a name. Like you can't just sign in and just say people are gonna get me. You have to say John Smith is gonna get me, and he's just gonna attack me because whatever. You know what I mean? So that's what had happened. So it was just another tall, skinny white dude. And the dudes were serious, like they were, and later on I found out because, my man, I was by myself at the time. I went and then my man, I was, yo, and he knew them. And he was like, yo, nah, this my man. He ain't with all that shit. But mistaken identity, I didn't even know what was happening. True story. So you just never know. You know what I mean? You just never know. And with that age also is why also I stay out of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because I see these YouTube streets. These YouTube streets is on fire right now. Woof. You know, I see my man Mac is into it. Shout out to Mac Me. You guys know that's my guy right there. But I stay out of it because sometimes people DM me or ask me, how do I feel about, I don't get involved. I see. I don't get involved with the bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? My lane has always been what it is. I never came on YouTube playing Big Willie, Big Gangster. You know what I mean? You guys, I never came on YouTube for that. I came on YouTube to spread my message. I came on YouTube to, enlighten some of these kids and let them know where they're headed, and about their choices and consequences, right? And where negative choices and choices can lead you, and the consequences of those negative choices, right? That's why I started this channel. I never, you know what I mean? So my shit was never beef. I never claimed to be, you know what I mean, this rah-rah gangster, you know what I mean? Because then that wasn't me. And then that would be, people would be popping up. That's not true. That's not, for it wasn't, right? That's not who I was. I'm always been who I am. That's it. And it's always been my nature, right? Because some people seem to feel that, like, if you wasn't with, not everybody did their bids in solitary confinement, their whole bids. Not everybody. Not everybody's bids was on some gangster killer, shoot 'em up shit. I shot, 12 people in one bullpen. Like, you're like, there's people who have done that. You understand what I'm saying? But that was never me. There's some people who are on it like that, and they have a different story. But there's some people, and anybody who did a bid will understand, there's some people it's called just doing their bids. They just do their bids. They may state it themselves, they may have just one or two people, and they do their bids. They program, they eat by themselves, they work out together. You understand what I'm saying? Not everybody's into that other shit. And so everybody did different kind of bids, because I've seen people like try to shoot down people, because they don't have all that rah-rah bang-bang shit on their resume as far as prison shit. But that doesn't make them soft. That don't make them soft at all. It just means they just, know how to move around. I know some people who went to jail, did 10, 12, 15 years and never had a fight. Some people, it's just in the personalities. It's just in how you carry yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So not everybody has that same story, right? So it's kind of like this YouTube streets is kind of like prison, from like, if in a metaphorical kind of way. I stay out the way. I never was with the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? I never was with the whole rah-rah shit. Never. I looked at that type of stuff a different way. I didn't, you know what I mean? I told you guys, you have dudes that would claim they was getting so much money in the streets. They was rocking this, they was wearing minks, but they robbing people for they BVDs so they can make do-rags, or stealing their socks because they have the teddy bear of the polo on. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, you understand? Different people. It's not, but there's a lot of them who do shit like that. Motherfuckers rob anything that, they feel they can. Your peanut butter, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just never was me. Those type of people will always be in trouble. Those type of people will always be in the box. Those type of people will always into some bullshit. That's never been me. So to all the people who ask me why I don't get involved with the bullshit on here, because it's just not me. Right? Because I also seen some people take it pretty far with the disrespect, you know what I mean, to other channels. I mean, and and it's weird for me because I come from a place where I've seen murder and mayhem. happen for the littlest reason. I've seen people die for little things. I've seen somebody die for the telephone. I've seen somebody die for a joint. Not pounds and pounds. That I'm talking about in prison. A joint. A joint that was rolled up in Bible paper. Lord forgive him, for they haven't a clue. You understand? Blowing paper. Dude ain't want it, and he got a knife plunged into him. A real one from the kitchen. You understand? So I've seen murder and mayhem for minimal things. So when I come on here and I see people, getting this, crazy with it, that's a world I don't want to be involved in. You understand? This is the world I don't want to be involved in. I have 3 kids, a family, a wife. Like, why would I, you understand, talk crazy about somebody on YouTube? Right? I'm just answering people's questions. That's why I have a family. God forbid something really happens and, dudes, want to run down on me and I got my kids, or, you understand what I'm saying? I just stay out the way. Even the one person who ever mentioned my name, I never mentioned him once. All his viewers came to my channel and they stayed because they're like, wait a minute. A person who never knew me mentioned me, never met me a day in my life, and I never heard of him either. Till he got online. I never heard of him. But we did different bids. So, you know what I mean? But I never mentioned him once, right? Because when I feel when you start mentioning people's names, their views go up too. And to me, every time people, that like somebody would say my name, it just means that more people will come up to my channel. Which means it's like internet pimping. It's like some YouTube pimping. And I don't never mention the name ever. You with me? You see what I'm saying? Never. Why? And that's what, that's kind of like there's certain things I was speaking to certain people who are going through YouTube things. I told them, man, don't even mention nobody's name. Just let it go, man. Because sometimes you have to forgive people because they may not understand. Do you understand? Let me explain. Sometimes you have to let certain things go because you know who you are and you know the level that you're actually willing to take it should something like that happen. Do you understand? So when you start thinking along those terms, when you're saying how far would I'm willing to take it if somebody say, something crazy like that. And if your answer is I'm willing to take it all the way, then maybe, you understand, sometimes you have to forgive other people because they don't have a clue either. You understand what I'm saying? They don't understand the level of the depths maybe that you're thinking. You know what I mean? And it could just get really crazy. So again, to all those people who ask me why I don't do that, because I see a lot of people getting a lot of views off that. That's their thing. I don't look at that as clout chasing, right? I don't look at, because, when people put other people's names, because people have asked me about that too. When people put other people's names in their thing, I don't look at that. Some people say, oh, that they're clout chasing. This week they put this one. The next week they put this one. The next week they put this one. The next week they put. It's not really clout chasing. It's some people may look at it like that. I look at it as they're trying to. It's a hustle. It's a grind. You understand? So if you're on YouTube, say, and you're on it for the views, right? And you're on it with the views, which generate money. The end goal is money, right? That's the end game. It's like getting in the rap game. What's your end result? I want to get out the hood, right? I want money. I need money. I got to get out. So YouTube can be kind of like that too for certain people. So when they get their views up, they're getting their money up, right? Is that clout chasing, or is that getting their paper up? Or is that the grind? Or is that the YouTube game? You understand what I'm saying? I don't look at it like that. So when people, you put your people's names in the title, that's on you. Sometimes people don't respond, but if you put enough lines out there, someone's gonna respond. You might get a big fish, and all of a sudden your subscribers go up, your viewers go up, your money go up. Is that clout chasing, or is that just knocking on doors till someone opens? You know what I mean? So shout out to all the YouTubers, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I just wish everybody peace and prosperity on this YouTube streets, man. You know what I mean? I just hope that nobody takes it too far, which I have seen people, verbally take it very far. And I have seen some things go on, on these YouTube streets as far as physical altercations. But my thing is, and I've been saying this for a while, I feel, and this may sound crazy, but I feel somebody's gonna get hurt really, really bad, or in the cemetery or something, over this YouTube. You know what I mean? In the New York genre, in the New York area, you know what I'm saying? Because and that's the thing I try to avoid. I got a family. I'm a family man. I don't want, you know what I mean? I don't want no smoke. You with me? Damn, I know I'm avoiding the comments, man, because y'all know I get fucking sidetracked, man. Nay, it's clout. If clout, wait. If clout gets you money, right there, then it falls into both categories. Exactly, Nay. It happened before. It's definite. I believe it, Rowan. I don't even know that, but I believe it. Wait, I worked for big YouTubers and saw very sad behavior. Respect to you for keeping it real, and huge respect, man, to you and your family. Thank you, Quadrex. You've been a supporter. Quadrex be. I don't even mess with Twitter. I just signed up, and I see Quadrex on there. He be sharing my stuff, man. That's much love, man, for real. Sadie, salute, little Mario. What's going on, brother? Infamous. You in your lane. I respect your message. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Because that's the thing, right? Everybody needs to stay in their lane. Even in life, if everybody just stayed in their lane, things would be a little, you know what I mean, a little bit better. And I try not to come out of that to that of that. You know what I'm saying? Some people, this is what they do. They're on YouTube and they getting good money, and salute to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people like Fred, you don't be on that much. Yeah, it's just I got life things going on. I've been in and out of vacations, going on another one tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like I just got life stuff going on, plus work, the kids, the family. You know what I mean? So it's no, it's no disrespect to anybody. It's just sometimes I just have life stuff going on, and you know what I mean. And I don't feel like talking. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I go through that. Sometimes as people, that's just the way it is. Second is the first loser. Oh, 50. He sent me $50. Oh, man. Thanks for the video. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Hold on. Let me make sure. Hold on. Oh, okay. You already got it. Just check and see. You already. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Sandman, salute. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I just try to stay in my lane because, who knows what could happen, right? You understand? Like for me, for example, like I don't like I'm I'm old now, right? So I'm not a club dude. I never really was a club dude. When I was younger, I did, and pretty much every time I went to a club, I got in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much every time I went to a club or a group setting with my people, it was something crazy happening, right? So, as I got older, whatever, I just never was with the club scene, period. I never was with that environment. I don't like it. Even strip clubs. Strip clubs was never my thing. It sounds great, but it's just weird when chicks is just smiling and coming up and shaking in front of you, knowing it's just about that. I don't know. It's just something weird to me. No disrespect. Shout out to all the strippers, you know what I mean, of America, right? So all the aspiring Cardi B's out there, do your thing, right? So, but it's just something weird. It just never was me. You understand? Same thing with this thing here. It's never me to get into beef, right? It's never me. Even the stories I've spread over these past 2 years about things that I have done in the penitentiary, it was because I had to do it. Because there's certain laws and certain rules, and each area is different. Prison had its own rules and things like that. That's how it was. Just like these YouTube streets. These YouTube streets have their own rules. The streets have their own rules. But you're gonna get somebody who's not gonna be able to decipher these YouTube streets and the real streets. You understand what I'm saying? And that's gonna collide, and something bad's gonna happen. And I don't wish bad upon anybody, right? I don't wish bad upon anybody. But, history has a way of repeating itself, right? And when you're always in drama, sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and say, wait, hold on a second. Is this drama worth the rest of my life in prison? Is this drama worth somebody dying for? Is this drama worth maybe me dying and my kids growing up fatherless because somebody talked about me on YouTube? Is it worth it for me to be sitting behind the penitentiary as my kids grow up, possibly calling somebody else daddy? That'll never happen, but you get my point. Would it be right for me to tell my sons and my daughter and tell them I can't be at your graduation? Daddy can't be there. Daddy will send you a nice vinyl, though. I'll get somebody to paint you a nice picture. You want Mickey Mouse? I know somebody who hooks up cards so nice. Yeah, with all types of colors. They use Kool-Aid on the outside. I can't wait to send you this card from the penitentiary, my love. Look at my face. That's why I don't get involved with this YouTube bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not willing, right? Because my thing is, if you're not willing to do certain things, then you shouldn't be talking like crazy, right? You shouldn't be involved in little bullshit beefs. Because again, I know real beefs. And I've also seen small beef blow up so much. You know what I mean? So I would never be able to sit back in my cell and wonder how my family's doing, how my kids are doing. When they need life lessons, they gotta wait for daddy to call. Because daddy calls Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Man. Picture my kids picking up the phone and knowing I'm gonna press the number 5 because daddy's gonna call. Shit don't make no sense. And it don't make sense. And that's why I don't get involved with this bullshit, man. I stay out the way, man. I lay low as possible, you know what I mean? The people who I mess with on here know who they are, shout out to all of them. But I just try to stay out the way. Because I want my destiny to be out here. I want to be free. I love being free. Look at me just sitting here. I'm just sitting here on the side. Somewhere in Brooklyn. Yes, my head is on a swivel because I'm trained that way. Kids, you see that? You see, I'm living a paranoid lifestyle, unfortunately, because I know the evils that lurk. You know what I mean? I know the evil that lurks out here. I'm not one of them with the blinders, on the train in their phones like this, not looking up, paying attention. That shit's about to get snatched. They not even paying attention. That'll never be me. But this is all product of the paranoia created by an environment that I was raised in. Because when you're young, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, those are your formidable years. Those are the years that, your brain is thinking different, you know what I mean? At every stage. They say, I think it's 23 before your brain is officially, to its capacity or whatever, you know what I mean? Where you're rational. And I have nobody to blame but myself. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting up here complaining. I'm just explaining that the paranoia that I have, with all you see all them people walk past, that paranoia that I have, it was because it was created in an environment when my brain should have been focusing, doing, math and science. I'm learning my own science. I'm learning if I put the match in the Vaseline and light it, it stays as a candle for hours. My brain's thinking differently. You know what I mean? The images I've seen in that window are things that still, stay with me today. So, call it paranoia, call it, being on point, whatever. But do you see, kids? You see this paranoid lifestyle? It's not a good one, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. I am who I am. Shout out. Real G takes care of his family. Facts. No. For girls like 21, 22. For men it's like 24, 26. I believe it. I believe that shit. Brooklyn dudes are grime. It better honestly. Honestly, Fred, you are a gift. Nah, much love. You guys are the gift, man. You guys know I just stopped the guy I met in this hostel from going back to prison over a stupid argument with a snobby guy. Yeah, man, you gotta try to. Sometimes that's what I was saying. Sometimes you gotta think for other people. Was basically what I was trying to get to before. You guys know I get lost. But sometimes you have to think for other people. You know what I mean? And understand that they don't understand the willings and what you have, how deep you're willing to take it until it's too late. And then everyone's in trouble, So, again, to those people, why I don't get involved in these YouTube streets, there it is. Listen, y'all, I got to get back. Oh, who's that? Get back to work. Love you guys. You the channel I let my kids watch. Real Life, Real Spit. Shout out to Real Life, Real Spit. Let me make my guy modest. Shout out to Real Life, Real Spit. Let me give Sam Man too. If you guys don't know who he is, go check his channel out. He's right there. Very, very smart brother, man. Salute. Anyway, you guys, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. I got some people to pick up at the airport. Love you guys. You guys know the motto: experience is the greatest teacher. Somebody else's experience be just as valuable. Pay attention and listen. On that note, Fred White, signing off.